only we're going to short bus it. We'll short bus the shit out of it. And
Like,
then I'm
like
gonna.
how? Like offensively?
I mean, I don't know. Each one of us.
That's pretty offensive. Pretty offensive.
Okay.
Please do it like that.
Okay.
Please do it like that.
You know. What the That was the worst thing ever. Oh my god, Crazy, you didn't even fucking try. You didn't even try.
Help it.
What the fuck was that? You can't help it, my ass. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. We are the D Team. We are going to be focusing on horror movies and horror culture. We'll throw in some comics and, you know, action figures and God knows conversations about everything else under the sun, I'm sure. But we are a group of idiots that love horror on the spectrum of indie versus mainstream versus everything else under the sun also. And I am God in the Machine.
I'm Chuck. Yeah, let's go with Chuck.
I'm Faceless. Or Clown.
Right? We all met on PlayStation 4 playing Dead by Daylight. And we've been good buddies ever since. And us three have a terrible knack for knowing stuff on such a stupid level of horror movies that are terrible that we decided, hey, we should probably share our stupidity with other people. And so, yeah, we're gonna make a podcast, and we don't know how this is gonna work. It might be terrible, it might not be. We will see. So,
It's gonna be Sid Haig's face.
say what you actually cut out there a little, man.
So it's gonna be rougher than Sid Haig's face.
Oh, that was terrible.
Seriously, that guy is the clear of the moon.
That's terrible. He's a good guy.
It's terrible.
He's a good guy.
Like,
But wait, Crazy, are you coming over? What are you doing?
I'm joining.
Oh, okay. So on tonight's docket, we are going to discuss remakes versus originals. Are we not correct, gentlemen?
I'm correct on
Yes.
that.
We're also gonna be playing Dead by Daylight, so
Yep. While we
random
are
streams are
discussing
gonna
it.
happen.
Yes, we're going to try to shut the fuck up about the game, though, for once, and we're going to try to concentrate on the topic at hand. And I think we're going to start off with not Friday the 13th, but the oh Jesus, why am I even
Nightmare on Elm
talking?
Street?
Thank you very much. That's what you guys were talking about earlier.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm there for you.
Thank you. Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, the new one versus the old school original. So, commentary,
Greatest
guys.
remake of all time.
The greatest remake of all time with...
Hands
Yes.
down the greatest remake of all time, man.
Yep. Yep. Who cares about the Thing or the Fly?
Hands down, it was the, it had the best special effects in history, had the best acting in history,
Yep.
had the
Had
best
the
writing.
scariest and tallest Freddy Krueger.
Tallest, he was 7 feet tall, actually. Did you know this? This is fact.
7 feet tall.
This is fact. 7 feet on the dot, and they actually had to do camera work, special effects, to keep him smaller on screen, to make him look less
they
threatening.
did like that Lord of the Rings thing.
They did, only backwards.
You know, where they had the actors in the foreground so that he
Mhm.
looked like he was a Hobbit level.
Yeah,
Yep.
they actually had to do that, only, yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's where most of the budget went, actually.
And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that Jackie Earle Haley, Joel Osment guy, they think he's actually like 4 feet tall, but he's not. He's actually 7 feet
If
tall.
Haley Joel Osment played Freddy Krueger, I would have given a standing ovation through the entire movie. I mean, have you seen him? No, have you seen him? His face never changed, but his body got bigger.
Holy shit,
So
yeah.
he's got like one of those Snapchat filters where the face is in the middle of the head. Like the eyes,
Dude,
the
he's
ears,
like a horse.
The eyes, the nose, and the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of his head. If he came up to me as a burn victim, I'd be fucking terrified.
Dude, I was gonna say, you know, horses are born with their eyes the same size, and they grow into the size of their eyes. I was gonna say he was born with his face that size. He just grew into his face, remaining that size. So, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But Him as Freddy
No,
Krueger
that movie was shit, though.
would be
That
adorable.
movie was absolute shit.
Yeah.
It's
Go ahead.
Apparently
Versus-
the script was good, though. Allegedly, but I've never read the script.
the now versus the original. Man, original's a classic. Everybody knows this. This Wes Craven made one of the best slashers.
Like, the script was going around Hollywood and everybody passed on it. And then some asshole stole it and made a movie called Dreamscape.
Dreamscape, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember Dreamscape? It was about
fuck
going
yeah.
into dreams, and the
Yeah, yeah.
killer had, like, knives for fingers.
Oh yeah, he turned into like a big snake man at one point, and
Yeah, but he had knives for fingers. But no,
Yep.
whoever, I can't remember who made that, but they read the Nightmare on Elm Street script. They had to have.
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it on like TBS or some shit like that on the monster movies, like back in the day.
Yeah, the ironic thing is that the guy who directed it, I'm not sure if he wrote it too, but is Chuck Russell, and he ended up, I think it's Chuck Russell, I could be wrong, but he's the same director of Dream Warriors. They end up
Really?
taking him and doing Dream Warriors with him, yeah.
That's
so the director
irony.
of Dreamscape did Nightmare on Elm Street 3, so...
That is some irony if I've ever heard it. So even if
Yeah.
he did steal it, he ended up coming around full circle and being on the actual Nightmare on Elm Street franchise anyway.
Yeah.
So that is kind of ironic.
And made one of the most 80 movies of all time. 80s movies.
Right.
Yeah.
That is funny.
The hair alone, the budget for the hair in that movie is epic.
You gotta love the
Heather
hair.
Langenkamp's hair is just full poof.
Full proof or full poof?
Full
Sorry.
poof.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
yeah,
I was just being lame.
I would say do a drum roll, but
We're
we're not really good at that, so.
Yeah, no, we're not. As we just heard from the theme song. Jesus, guys, I'm sorry for whoever hears the original attempt at us doing the theme music for this little epidemic. Because that was terrible. That was terrible. So, man, you know, okay, the Jackie Earle Haley Osmond kid, whatever the fuck his name is, I honestly can never remember his name. As
Are we
Rorschach,
talking about Sixth Sense, or... Oh, no, Rorschach, yeah.
as Rorschach was awesome. You know,
Jackie Earle Haley, yeah.
Jackie Earle Haley, Early Bird Gets the Worm, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't care. I really
Sounds
don't.
like something you'd get at the Cracker Barrel.
It does.
I'll take the Jackie Earle Haley.
I'll take that with a side of slaw and some, you know, sausage biscuit. I'm good. Hold the hash. I don't know. Anyway, the as far as he goes, the only other thing I've ever seen him in was Rorschach, that character. You know, and I was like cool with that. I thought he did a good job with that character.
Bad News Bears.
Was he in
That's
Bad
the
News
first movie
Bears?
he was in, I think. Yeah, he's one of the kids.
Really?
The original with Walter Matthau.
You know, honest to God, I look at that guy and I think he must have been an ugly fucking kid.
He wasn't the best looking kid, I'll give him that much.
Yeah, he was not.
That came out wrong.
He wasn't the best looking kid that came out wrong.
That came out real wrong.
Dude, that did come out wrong. You're like, not that any kid looks good to me. I'm just saying, like, he wasn't the best looking kid, but shit, I mean, fuck, oh. No.
No, the problem with that movie was that obviously the first half of the script, they like, either the studio or the director decided to rewrite during shooting because
Right.
that whole movie is setting up that he actually didn't do it. Like the
Right,
whole movie
yeah,
is
yeah.
basically leading you to the idea that it was the kids making it up.
Right.
And then
It
they
was-
decide, nope, turns out he is a molester. Turns out he does have this creepy murder basement.
Right.
You know, he's a bad guy.
Surprise! He
And it's
molested
like
everybody.
that's like the third act reveal, and I'm like, well, what was the point of doing this then?
Right, exactly.
Everybody knows this. They made 7 movies with him already? They know
Well-
his backstory.
Keep in mind, they never made him a molester, really, in the old franchise. They made him a killer. You know what I mean? They didn't exactly make him like a molester. It was always hinted at questionably. Yeah, but... Oh, shit. But,
Yeah, I guess they never really called it out.
yeah, they never really called it. They wanted to avoid that for obvious reasons. But, you know, with the new one, like... Okay, overall character development in the film, you know... what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about Jackie Earl Hearn Jr. Daryl? What's that guy's name? I can't.
The third,
The third,
Dale
whatever.
Earnhardt Jr.
Thank
okay
you.
there, buddy?
I'm having a fit.
Think you're stroking out there.
I am.
I thought he was. I mean, he's obviously a great actor. just from his work. I can't remember what movie he was in, but he actually, one of the movies that got him attention when he like had his resurgence when he got older was, I honestly can't remember what the movie was named, but it was about him being a child molester. And he might have got nominated for an Oscar for it. I can't remember.
Right.
So it's kind of ironic that they had him go, well, you did really well as a child molester. Let's make you Ray Shooter.
Let's make you a child molester again. It's like he's gonna get typecast.
That's the worst typecast possible, but sure.
Yeah, it's like, that is not what you want to be typecasted as.
Yeah, I thought he did real good with the role, but at the same time, they were trying to do the whole, okay, he's still spouting one-liners, but now he's scary.
Right.
Which I felt was unbalanced. Because the first movie, Freddy didn't do any one-liners, really. I mean, he had that one line when he was in the alleyway where he's like, with his glove, and he says, this is God. Which isn't a one-liner, it's more of a, I'm going to shit my pants now and run away, thank you.
Okay, true. I guess if you do compare the original, and not...
The original movie to the new movie. Like, just count everything else.
Okay. Yeah, because the first one was intended to be scary as fuck, and meant to actually be something, like, intense. And it kind of was. He didn't have his comedy really underway until a couple of movies in, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
he wasn't power gloving it till, like, number 4 or 5.
Which, a lot of people do remember, even, when you think back on the Freddy Krueger franchise, a lot of people remember the original being funny, even though it wasn't. But a lot of people do put that into that category because they remember all the franchise. They don't remember just, the first one. They think of all of them collectively.
I mean, another problem is that, he had a handicap already because the director was no Wes Craven. I mean, Wes Craven, if you looked at how he kind of treated Freddy, he stole a lot of German expressionism. Like, Freddy was just a scary, kind of like silent movie monster. And then you have the new director, which I don't know who directed it. I think this is just a one and done for him.
Made him talk a lot.
He looked like his inspiration was 90s music videos.
Right.
So it wasn't like he had the pedigree that Wes Craven was working with.
Crazy,
what's the guy who directed Nightmare on Elm Street, that was a one and done for him.
What is it now?
Character development, overall attitude of the new Freddy.
Well, I mean, like, I've said this before.
But not on the podcast. Right. Well, that's like what he was saying is, like, the way it was done was definitely... He was done... Like he said, the original Freddy in the first one was much more creepy. Didn't say as much, didn't do nearly as much, just... The new one,
it was more body language. This one, it was more a talkie. Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to, I'm going to take my blades and scissor them so it makes that weird sound.
Right, which was cool.
That was...
It was
cool, but that was like, that's his only real body language he was working with.
True.
Meanwhile, you have Robert Englund, who's just going ham on it with his body language and how
Robert, the way
he stalked him and stuff.
And the way he held his body. Robert Englund had like an S shape to his actual form and figure. He would, he would create this weird lankiness to himself, even though he was a skinny guy. It was the way he would hold himself at kind of like a snake figure, if you noticed ever. Physically. It was very imposing. It was very threatening in its own way, because it almost seemed like it was a stalking, imposing stalking-like feeling that his body itself did. So he himself used his body as a character in the film. Like, not just his demeanor, not just his body, like himself being a character, but like his body was a character, like you said. It was weird, and I really appreciated that.
That, and like back to what I said with the direction, it's that you have like when he's going down the alley and his arms are extending out.
Mm-hmm.
That's like really unnerving. But in this remake, it's mostly just, hey, I'm gonna chase you, say some one-liners, and stab you. Right. There's no real imagination to it, if you will. So
right, it lacked the creativity overall by comparison. Well, they were modernizing it and bringing it to a new generation, a new pile of kids, and collectively the masses of, I wouldn't say unoriginal thinkers, but people who don't quite have the attention span or are, I don't know.
I think it's just a cash
laziness. Yeah, I think
Like,
it was
wait, hey, we have this IP, we need to use it.
yeah.
Because like I said before, I'd love to get a hold of the original script because the writer of the original script did a bunch of, I wouldn't say it was creepypasta online, but the guy obviously had some talent, and from what I understand, and this could be complete conjecture, but I read that the reason why micronaps are in the movie, which is I think is the best part of the movie, is actually his original script.
Mhm.
So he had some actual honest ideas that he worked with, but I'm guessing the studio and stuff said no, we want this, this, and this.
Right. And that does happen sometimes where people,
Yeah. Because like even in the remake, they kind of stole Psycho, where like, okay, Nancy's not going to be the main character, we're going to follow the other character, and then they do the whole Psycho switcheroo. Oh nope, she's dead. Because in the original she dies. She's the first victim.
right.
Which that would have been interesting if they had just stuck with her as the main character, but then they were just
Well, I hear they're gonna redo it again. They're gonna reboot the franchise still, again.
Well, after Halloween made all the money in the world, then
I heard they were doing it before that though, like legitimately, not just the hearsay. I heard legitimately they were going to reboot the franchise again. And I'm like, ah, crap. So, but crazy. Are you just concentrating on the game?
Yeah.
It's
he's got time now.
I'm gonna die, bitches.
And by time now, he died. That's what
I know.
Yeah.
And just in
For all
case
those
anybody's
people
just
that
now
can't see.
joining us, anybody just joining us, that will be joining us for the podcast. We are the D Team, and we are horror movie fanatics that are discussing the remakes versus the originals. And currently on the docket is the Nightmare on Elm Street remake with the kid from The Sixth Sense. What's his name?
Okay.
Haley Joel Osment. Thanks, wife. Haley Joel
yeah.
Osment and Jackie Earnhardt Jr.
Osmond?
Whatever the fuck his name
Or
is.
is it
Jackie
Osmond?
Earnhardt. Ozzy Osbourne
Jackie Earnhardt.
as Ozzy Osbourne as Freddy Krueger.
That's a hell of a crew. We have the kid from Sixth Sense, a NASCAR driver, and a
Ozzy.
70s rock god.
There we go. And all of them together, their powers combined, they are Freddy Krueger. So, that in mind, we're just talking about that right now, and realizing that we hate Rorschach as Freddy, but I think everybody on the planet did. And
I just think it would have been great if when he was like gonna kill one of the characters, he just brought out a little apple crate and stood on top of it to look more imposing.
right.
He's like, hold on, and he like drags out this little crate and stands up on it. It's like, now I'm ready to kill you.
Right.
That'd been
So he
freaking
at least
hilarious.
looked a little bit more intimidating.
Yeah, looked a little more imposing and not just some burnt chicken nugget running around. 'Cause that's what he looked like.
Chicken nugget.
Seriously,
Like
get
a
a
burnt,
McDonald's chicken nugget that's burnt,
like a burnt.
and look at his face. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, bitch? Coming.
I mean, that's another thing I don't get. They're like, well, we wanted to go realistic because, that's what a burn victim would actually look like. And I'm like,
Dude,
he's
no.
a dream
No.
demon. Who
No.
gives
No.
a shit if he looks realistic or not?
No, it's not. No, it's not. I have a buddy of mine. All right, a buddy of mine.
Well, no, that's what they were saying. That's what they
I
were
know.
saying. I'm not saying
telling
he
you right
doesn't,
now.
but
I
yeah.
have a buddy of mine who was burned, severely burned. Okay, and he looks nothing like that. His whole face is burned off, like burned off. Okay, he's a big fan of my bands. He's been to our shows, and when I first met him, he was wearing a mask, and I knew something was different because of his eyes, and his eyes were weird, kind of weird looking, And I thought, man, I think he's been burned, and I didn't realize this for the longest time. But he calls himself the real life Deadpool because he's been completely burned, and no, his face is completely burned off, and no, it does not look like Jackie Earnhardt Jr. from from the Sixth Sense. From the Sixth Sense.
It's Mushmouth. I
Yeah,
remember watching that movie the whole time. I'm going like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." It's like he's got a mush mouth,
yeah, it's not like
and he's trying to spout one-liners.
it's not like that. Like I mean, I can see where they got the inspiration from it, and they did utilize that quite a bit, but it doesn't look quite like what they did with it.
Yeah.
He
Well,
kind
that's another thing I don't get it. No, that's another thing. It's like, well, we wanted to go realistic. This is what a burn victim would actually look like. And I'm sitting here going, he's a dream demon. He is a dream demon. This is fantasy. Who gives a shit? Make him look scary.
right. Well, that's the other thing. He looks to me like a fucking Cthulhu reject, like some half fish man. He looks like if you put gills on the sides of him, dude, he'd be like a fish man. Like that's what he looks like to me for some reason.
He looks like a melanoma cyst that someone has to cut off your body. Nobody wants to look at that.
Nobody wants to look at that. Nobody wants to look at that. That's filthy.
It's not scary, it's just off-putting.
Right?
Oh, well, off-putting is what we want. No, you're just making shit up now because you made a bad movie.
Right.
I just hate that movie. That had that stupid emo character that's in this Dead by Daylight game. What's his name? Quentin?
Quentin? Yeah.
God, I want to slap the beanie off his fucking head. Like, get it. Jesus.
But I will tell you, absolute 110% though. Freddy versus Jason was fantastic. Period. And that's not what we're talking about. I know.
That was the last good movie Freddy.
But
That was the
goddamn,
last good movie Freddy was in.
that was great. And
The director, I think, was it Ronnie Yu? I think was his name. He also did Bride of Chucky.
right,
Bride of Chucky is what got him the job for Freddy vs. Jason.
which was great.
Bioshock is a good movie.
See, they did great. Great, you know. But really quick, because Crazy, you're talking about the original Freddy movie there, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. So, and how you're enjoying it, because I know you love that movie.
Clown, I swear if you play as Quentin Smith, if you get hooked, I'll let you die.
Son of a bitch. You're like, speaking
I
of
will
it,
let you die. You're gonna stay on that hook all game.
but shit, I just put that on. Fuck it. But
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, I don't know,
Wait.
Crazy, like, shoot your opinions, man. What's on your mind about it all? Because we've been ranting here for a minute.
Well, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Still waters run deep.
Yeah, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, man, it's classic. Obviously, as always will be. And I don't know what else. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, it's all good, man. Don't let us steamroll you, though, dude. Definitely, you know, tell us to shut the fuck up for a minute if you want to throw something in, man, because we will not shut up. I know I won't. I never do. I know that, you know, again, I'm not the biggest Freddy fan over like Jason. Jason's my boy.
I'm not either.
Jason's my boy.
Like I said, the slasher genre, Leatherface gets it for me.
And Leatherface, he's my boy too. All that. But I do appreciate that Freddy Krueger has that humor in it. You know, that they did that with him, and they did make him a funny asshole.
Well, I mean,
with Chucky, that's one of the reasons why I like Chucky so much is because, you know, he has his
Yep.
and yeah.
Take crazies. The thing about it is with Freddy though, the beautiful thing about that is, oh, well, so you sent one too. The beautiful thing about Freddy Krueger's whole scenario is that, fuck, now I forgot what I was gonna say. They made him likable even though he was a child killer, which is weird, and I didn't expect that to ever happen because whenever the first.
well, that's all Mr. Robert Englund and his charisma.
That's what I was about to say.
Because if you look at number 2, oh my, that's
right.
The scariest Freddy out of all of them is number 2, in my opinion.
Hands down, dude. The
Yeah.
Pool Party Massacre.
Yeah, you're all my children.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no,
See,
no.
That's the thing is, Robert Englund though brought such liveliness to that character, such, like you said, charisma, such personality to that character that you liked that character anyway. The new guy, the new Freddy, he tried too hard. He's a tryhard. He just tried too hard. I did like the whole, "Why you screaming, bitch? I ain't even cut you yet." I liked that line. I liked that one line. That was the only fucking thing I liked in the movie, I think. Like that line. Because it was a pretty funny line.
The dude's name was, if I'm not mistaken, the dude's name was Jesse. That's
What
actually
dude?
the kill they put into this game. The dude that you're,
Well,
that you're talking about. Why you screaming, bitch? I ain't even cut you yet.
Sorry, guys.
His
But
name
well,
was Jesse. That's
I saw when it came out, and I haven't seen it since then.
Right.
But from what I remember, it was dream, chase, kill, one-liner, rinse and repeat.
Right.
Like that was the whole movie, if I remember correctly.
I honestly don't remember it for shit. I can't really argue that one.
Because he also has the line that the brain stays alive for 6 minutes after death, so that's plenty of time for fun or whatever.
Yeah, that's six more minutes for us to play or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going like, what? It's so stupid.
Whereas Robert Englund would have
that's
been.
another thing. It's like.
I was gonna say Robert Englund would have had something like a fucking Twister game in his hand, and he'd be like, "We got 6 more minutes to play, bitch!" And he would have spun the Twister game around, and then like ding dongs would have shot out of it and like hit him in the face or something. You know what I mean? Like it would have been.
They gotta pay for those movies, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's saying it would have been something. I was talking like penises, but whatever. Yeah, the snack cakes. Either way, or snack cakes shaped like penises. Whatever. The point being is,
I'm just telling you, ding dongs and Twister. That's a synergy of product placement right there. They can pay for the whole scene.
But you get my point is like it would have been something stupid funny, and it would have brought life to the character, life to the moment, life to the scene, and it would have been funny, but they were making him super dark in the new one. And I mean, that's fine and dandy and all, but that's not what Freddy has become because of Robert Englund's charisma. That's the dilemma. Even when he was a scary motherfucker in the first couple of movies, you know, the character developed into something where even when you watch those movies, like I said, people remember the franchise as a whole, not the first 2 movies, and think, oh god, he was scary. They remember him as this funny, like, lovable grandpa figure even. Like, oh, my grandpa used to pull, like, dead chickens out from behind my ear, too. Ha 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 ha. And shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, grandpa, when he used to get my nose, he'd cut it off, too. You know, the good old days. So...
I get it. It's your grandpa.
Right. My grandpa was awesome. And, no, my grandpa was a dick face, but he's dead now, so that's okay. But not an actual dick on his face, but could have fooled me. But like that shit's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, it's like
the D team's opinions on grandpas are not reflective of the overall group.
The views and opinions of the D team, and yeah, we have to have a disclaimer at the end of the show, or the beginning of the show
grandpas.
About grandpas. Yeah. Yeah, fuck grandpas. What do you think about that, old people?
Fuck grandpas.
Fuck old people. Old people, you learn how to fucking drive. Take your fucking driving test again, motherfucker. Because you need to. A lot of them do. Really, seriously. Somebody's back here. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm done ranting about old people and Freddy Krueger, I think. I'm good.
Yeah, so like we said, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake's the greatest remake of all time.
Of all times.
We've come to the conclusion that it is the best remake, hands down.
Well, other than The Fog, the remake of The Fog, that's the other. That's a contention, you know.
Wait, did you guys really not like the Fog remake?
No, I hated it. Thought it was the worst thing ever.
Why did you hate it?
Earlier, I thought he was talking about The Mist.
Well, CGI is horrible. The acting's horrible. They couldn't hold John Carpenter's penis while he pisses. That's how bad it was.
Okay, well, you know, I can't remember the Fog
Ghost
remake.
leper pirates. It was the trifecta of evil. They were ghosts. They were also leopards, and they were pirates.
Well, you can't argue that.
Name a worse villain.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Oh, it turns out I was actually the reincarnation of this one, person that the evil bad guy pirate wants to be with. And now I'm going to go with him, and Tom Welling, you're going to do your best to act. And by act, I mean just stare off into the distance with your lazy eyes.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I can't
we have
argue
the token black guy.
Well, they all have the
because
token
every
black
horror
guy.
movie has those.
I mean, yeah. Duh.
Just hate that movie.
Yeah, I can't kind of see that one, but the original, man, I can't really argue that. I'm sorry, I was gonna say, but the original it wasn't bad. It was kind of a cool, neat movie of the time. It was definitely
it's a
unique
solid
film.
little ghost story.
Yeah, of its time.
And that's what he wanted to make.
Unique. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and I'd rather watch the special effects of the original than the new one, because the new one, there's a scene where I can't remember which character. It might have been his best friend, Tom Welling's best friend. But when he's like going up on the beach, the fog special effect is like some of the worst.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad now I'm thinking about it.
Like
I haven't seen it in a long
PlayStation
time,
1
so-
levels of CGI. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but now that I'm thinking back on it, it was pretty rough. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Can't really argue that.
Simple Tom Welling. You just don't put Tom Welling in your movie and you're fine.
And it was,
That was
yeah.
other than the cast. No, the cast was like a TV cast because you had Tom Welling, who was Superman from Smallville. Then the main chick was from Lost. I can't remember what her name is, but she was Maggie Grace. That's it. She was from Lost.
Right. Was the new Fog movie a TV made for TV movie? Maybe.
No, it was made for
TV.
TV. No, it was made for
TV. Huh? It was made for TV.
Oh my god. No, it was made for theatrical. It was when it's like that late 2000 movies. Oh, or actually, it might have been early 2000s. Like those early 2000. Trying to think of. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if the main villain was. I can't remember the main villain's name. Oh, it's gonna bug me now. I'll have to look him up here in a second.
The main villain name was Leprosy Pirate Ghost. We just went over
Ghost
that.
Leper Pirate. Yeah. No, I always made that joke because it was like trifecta of evil.
Yeah, that was.
Like they really wanted a scary villain.
That was pretty lame. It's mostly like, it's. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I can't think of something more terrible. Well, I mean, leprosy's pretty bad though. I wouldn't want to be like, you know.
Well, if they're in ghost form, are they still like falling apart because of leprosy? Like, are they like dripping stuff off their ghosts?
Like, can you still get leprosy?
Yeah.
Ghost leprosy?
Like, do you have to like go to an island, or if you get ghost leprosy, do you have to like get an exorcist? Yeah.
Or like a doctor exorcist. Like, how does that work? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Can you get ghost leprosy? Like your soul gets leprosy.
There's a Discovery Channel show about that. Probably is.
Yeah, maybe.
How do you feel about the Fog remake, KRAZY? Did you see it?
The one we talked about earlier?
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, I hated it.
Alright, there we go. Jury's spoken.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, so that's the 2 greatest horror remakes of all time. We just need one more and we can have a top 3 list.
The top 3 greatest horror remakes of all time.
Yep. Nightmare on Elm Street, The Fog. What would be the 3rd one?
You know, I gotta say, I'll be honest with you guys. The new Friday the 13th remake, right? I wanted to hate it.
Loved it.
I wanted to hate it, but after I watched it, I couldn't, and that makes me mad. Admittably, I went into it saying, fuck this movie. I saw him running. I saw him doing all this shit, and I watched it with a fucking closed mind, already saying this is gonna be a piece of garbage, and I walked out of it saying, damn it, it wasn't bad. They did do a good job.
Bro, he ran in the first 4.
I get that, but don't take this away from me. I wanted to hate the new one, alright? And I couldn't. That's what sucked. So, I can't count that one. Other terrible remakes, though. Like, what's the shittiest fucking remake out there?
Cabin Fever.
Oh, god damn it. You know what?
That was just useless. I wouldn't even say it's shitty. It's just...
No.
Here's the same script. The movie came out less than a decade ago.
Yeah. No,
and you're gonna remake it.
Yeah, he brought that up because me and him had this conversation the other night. I did a movie review on the new Cabin Fever because of how pissed off I was about it. I watched it, and...
Hey, Clown, sorry, Clown, where are you?
Well, I'm crawling towards you right now, so I'm going to hill.
I'm up on the hill.
The thing is, I can't see you, so...
Yeah, I can't see you either, dude.
This shit's nuts.
Okay, well, I'm up...
down in the grass. You see right there where the weeds are?
No. Just crawl up on
you?
there.
I'm not crawling up the hill. I'm right here, dude.
Hang on.
Look in the weeds down below you.
Hold on. Oh, I see. I see you shaking the weeds. Anyway.
Yeah,
no,
that's gonna break the
Fever.
motif, though, because, well, I don't know, Cabin Fever, I guess that could be number 3 in the top 3 greatest horror movies of all time. Remakes.
How's that gonna break the motif? Because...
Well, it's not gonna break the motif, it's really inoffensive in the scheme of things.
What do you mean
it's just there.
It's just there.
It's there. It's not bad. It's definitely not good. It's just there.
It's not bad. It's terrible. It's not. Well, it's not terrible. You're right.
It's the same script as the first one.
No, and it's almost shot.
the same
It's almost
exact-
shot. scene for scene, almost scene for fucking scene, dude. It pisses me off. It's
like saying Psycho is the worst horror remake of all time. You can't really say it because it's the same exact fucking movie, just with different actors.
right.
Like,
Dude.
if somebody'd seen the Vince Vaughn version first, then they saw the Jan Lee version, they'd be like, oh, well, I prefer the Vince Vaughn version because it's the first one I saw.
Right.
It's like listening to a cover of your favorite song, you know?
I can see that, dude. I can see that. It's
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. Really quick, I have so many bitches on the film. I won't go into details, but we won't count it as the third one. It's a trifectum because you're right. It is just kind of there. What makes me mad is it didn't need to be remade. First of all, Patient Zero was great. They did do a good job bringing it back, like the franchise with that one, because it was a good one. I didn't have a problem with number 2. It was a little fast-paced, but that was okay. But like to redo it so quick, so soon, it was just like a cash grab, is my best guess. And Eli Roth actually had something to do with it, so that makes me mad because it's like, dude, why did you have to redo your own fucking movie that quick? You didn't. There's no sense in
Well,
it.
from what I understand, I could be wrong, but I thought they read something that it was just more of, they thought it'd be a cool experiment to just shoot the same script with a different crew, and it's the same Psycho thing over again. That's all it is.
That's stupid.
It's just, yeah, I know, right? It's just
Because, like,
it's like I said though, it's inoffensive. It's not worthy of greatest horror remakes of all time.
No, it's not. So we won't count it, but dude, it just makes me mad that they did it because it didn't need to be done. And you know, the first one was funny, the new remake was dumb. Anyway, so other than that, what is a great, not great remake?
I'm trying to think. Like I said earlier, I guess technically it would be, but it's called Day of the Dead Bloodline. Just came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's one of those they have the rights to Day of the Dead.
Right.
And they keep making it, but they either call them sequels or they have like a subtitle. But Day of the Dead Bloodline is kind of, I mean, it's close to a remake because
it is.
It's about a zombie that has some consciousness. They're in a military base.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the remake, the reboot remake. Whatever.
Yeah, and it is god awful.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't remember. Is his name still Bub in this? I don't think it's his name still Bub.
His name's not
basically
Bub.
Basically, the Bub.
But yes.
But in this version, he is the Bub, and he has like this weird relationship with the main woman, and it's very, very #me too. And yeah, very, very #me too.
Yeah.
And then eventually they have to work together. I don't know. I don't even explain it. I remember watching it, and then I don't remember seeing the movie after I watched it because my brain had an aneurysm by how bad it was.
See, that's kind of, I own it, and I watched it, and all I remember is, like, some dude wanted to bang her, but the zombie wanted to bang her, or already did bang her, and then, like, the dude was jealous of the zombie or something, and the zombie was like, I still want to bang her.
Like this weird
love triangle. Yeah.
Love triangle while Day of the Dead is in the background with the military base and the military. I'm just like,
it's like,
what is this?
It's like as the zombie turns, you know, it's like something my grandma would watch during the daytime. She's like, my stories are on, you be quiet. I'm watching his bub gets him some. You know, like, something like that is what I felt like. It was a weird, sexy triangle of zombie
It's
people.
so bad, I can't remember the movie.
That's it, yeah, I can't
I just remember being so offended by it. I was so mad, because Day of the Dead is one of the best movies ever made. It is just so fucking bleak, but with a purpose. Because it was basically that paranoia of, well, we're all fucked because the bombs are going to drop any moment. And we all hate each other, so great. It was that 80s paranoia from the nuclear threat. The Cold War, basically.
Crazy, what do you think would be the third, what we should officially say would be the third worst remake in the history of remakes?
He said he'd be right back, so...
Oh, motherfucker left. No, see, okay, what do you think?
The best, like...
Worst. Yes, the worst remake that would finish off the third one really good. Because the Day of the Dead, that one there, I would almost say sure, but we can't really remember it. So if we can't officially remember it, who's to say? So just in case there might be something else, what do you think? Think while you're trying to say it.
While he's thinking, let's bring up Day of the Dead 2 Contagion. Did you ever see that?
I own it too. I own every zombie movie ever made.
They shot blood. Okay, there's a scene where like where they shoot zombies, and you know like, oh well, you think it'd be bad CGI or maybe just maybe a squib. Oh no. You can literally see them shoot blood off camera onto the zombie, so they're getting shot with blood. And that's supposed to be the blood, the shot into the head. It's phenomenal. It's one of the best special effects ever. Eat your heart out, Tom Savini.
Right. Oh man. Dude, I own over 100 zombie movies on its own. Like I have a whole shelf just zombie movies, literally.
Here's one that might be controversial between you two. I didn't like Maniac.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, sir.
Elijah Wood?
Fuck you,
I
sir.
didn't like it that much, man.
Really?
I thought it was decent.
I didn't like the original Maniac.
What?
I don't like Maniac. Yeah.
But you liked 100 Tears, right?
Yeah.
You liked 100
guess what,
Tears.
guys?
What?
I survived.
Good job. You liked 100 Tears, but you didn't like Maniac. That's crazy. Because both of them are kind of along the same lines where... That's true, you do like clowns. They're both along the same lines where they don't really have much of a storyline. It's mostly kill, 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 kill. Even though, granted, Maniac does have a storyline, a basic one at best, but... Interesting, you didn't like either movie, though.
Nope, I didn't like the original or remake.
Man, the original, when he gets his head pulled off and the vocal box, like, does a high pitch, because that's a nice connection to the original Day of the Dead, because they did the same thing when Captain Rhodes died. That kill is just so brutal.
You know what really sucks is he died.
It's visceral.
Yeah. And it sucks that he died when they were just getting ready to... They were just starting the second one, the sequel to the movie. And he died.
Oh, God, what's his name? In Maniac, the original.
God damn it, I know his name.
Any other day. Because he was in the last horror movie or last pictures? The last horror movie I think he was in.
Oh my god, it's right there on my fucking mind. Like, I could probably just walk over and fucking get the movie, but I'm not sure where it's at right this second. God damn it, let me just wander over to my fucking movies.
You search up Maniac and now it's the whole Netflix show with...
Right, no shit. Let me just look over here really quick. For my real killer selection. Maniac. Nope, that's the new one. There it is, right here. The original. Oh,
Joe Spinell. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, you know what? I just fucking found it too. You guys can't hear me still, right? Okay.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me do all that work. Alright. Yep. But yeah, he died right when they were doing the second, like right when they started off, and that sucks because he did a great job in the movie. But dude, Elijah Wood, #1, phenomenal actor in everything he does. I have decided, and he does so many obscure, weird horror movies that I'm amazed. Like after the Hobbit shit, I was like, okay, his career.
He's part of Spectrovision, so, which is a company that's been doing horror movies and such.
That's cool. Well, after the Hobbit, I figured his career was dead. I figured he'd be typecast as sci-fi guy that does the Hobbit stuff and does weird science fiction-y bullshit. And where he was done, but no, he went on to do all kinds of crazy shit, including, Sin City, which he did a phenomenal fucking job there. He was creepy as fuck. Right? The Maniac.
Yeah, they did a
great job there.
Rotoscope did a good job on that.
Yeah, he went on to do a bunch
Mandy.
of...
They also they helped produce Mandy,
right?
Which was that awesome Nicolas Cage movie that just came out.
Jesus Christ, phenomenally good. And House Mother just came out. I'm so looking forward to seeing that. By the dudes who made Baskin. Fuck yeah! But I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go check it out at some point in the near future. But yeah, Maniac, dude. I'm surprised you didn't like it. Weird. So what is your complaints on it? Why didn't you like it?
I mean, like I said, I just didn't like the original, man.
But why?
I mean, I just couldn't get into it. Like,
you just couldn't get into it.
Can't stop that logic.
Like a Limp Bizkit song, you just couldn't get into it. so
the
weird.
Biscuit song.
Everybody loves Limp Bizkit. They just can't admit it out loud.
No,
But
no, they don't.
they do. They just can't admit it out loud. But okay, so you just didn't. That's weird though, man. I don't know.
Okay, let's have some contention here. Let's have a little contention here. So I know how Clown feels about this, and I don't think we ever really talked about this, God, but I say the third best horror remake of all time is Rob Zombie's Halloween.
You mean
you
the third?
listening
No, wait, hold on. You mean the third? You mean the third best, as in it actually is good, or you mean like shitty? Because we're saying
Oh no,
shitty.
no. Well, shitty. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you actually
no,
hated
we're
it.
sticking with theme here.
Okay.
Explain
Did not
yourself
care
right
for
now.
it.
Okay, go ahead.
Did not
Explain
care for
yourself
it.
right now.
I explain myself right now. Okay. Every other word from every character's mouth is fuck. They all
Okay.
need to take a goddamn bath. Rob Zombie has said in an interview, I think it was the Masters of Horror 2 documentary. Hold on one second. Leatherface is about to kill me. Yep. Oh, that's great. Speaking of which, that's what Rob Zombie movie that he wants to make. He wants to make Texas
Yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre.
I know.
But he keeps making everything else. No, okay, so now that I'm running from Leatherface, let me explain why Rob Zombie destroyed that movie. But in an interview with Masters of Horror, it was a documentary called The Masters of Horror 2, like Rise of the Boogeymen or something, I can't remember. It was on Sci-Fi Channel way back when. Bruce Campbell hosted it. It was pretty awesome.
Right.
If I remember correctly, I think it was that documentary where he was explaining John Carpenter's Halloween and how it's brilliant because they never explain Michael Myers. He's just the shape.
Right.
And that you'd be an idiot to have a backstory and origin with Michael Myers because it would ruin the allure of him.
Yeah.
It would ruin what makes him.
So then he makes.
It would ruin what makes him. Yeah.
Him.
So
yeah.
what does he do?
He makes.
Yeah. What does he
backstory.
do? Yes. Yeah. Which is hilarious because it's exactly what he said wouldn't work.
Right.
So, what was I gonna say here? The first 30 minutes of the movie is him as a kid.
Right.
And he lives in a trashy home, and of course, Sherry Moon Zombie's there because she's banging the director.
Of course.
She tries, I give her this much. She tries to be a good actress. It's just not in the cards for her.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you have, the only person that's actually giving a damn is Malcolm McDowell, who will,
Right.
Read the back of a cereal box and make it interesting.
Yeah. He'll Malcolm McDowell the shit out of that part, no matter what.
Yeah, but spends 30 minutes on the backstory, with the classic rock soundtrack in the background. Actually, I think it was more like 40 minutes. Anyway, Michael's is sitting on his stoop, and his mother is stripping to Love Hurts by Nazareth, and then that's basically the magical ingredient that makes him decide to kill people. So he
Right.
decides to go on a rampage that night and kills everybody, and... Sorry, Clown, I didn't mean to drop that pallet on you. That was very mean. I apologize. I was just trying to get over here.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. But no, so you have this whole backstory that he was basically just a typical sociopath who liked to kill, animals or whatever.
Right.
Then he decided to kill his family because they're all just inbred pricks.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Well-
And then he goes to asylum murder jail, whatever it is, and he decides to lift weights and take steroids for the next,
20 years.
15
30
years of his life, whatever.
Whatever.
So now he's 6'5", shit brick house.
Right. Well, here's the deal. I actually liked his remakes of the Halloween movies. Not because Sherry Moon Zombie was in it, because Jesus fucking Christ. I wish he would make a movie that
Hold on,
doesn't have her in
I
it.
wasn't finished my rant yet. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me just-
Continue your rant.
let me just- okay.
Go
So
ahead.
then, once you go through the whole, now I'm 6'5", and hey, some more awful characters, because in Rob Zombie's universes, every single person is a piece of shit rapist or, variation of that.
Right.
So then two orderlies decide, hey, let's go ahead and rape one of the inmates, and we'll bring him into Michael's room just to fuck with Michael, because why not? This guy's 6'5" and makes a bunch of creepy masks. I'm sure he's not going to be an issue. So
Right.
then they try to rape this woman, and then he goes fucking nuts and escapes. And then guess what? We're going to have a Cliff Notes remake of the original movie. Because why not? Oh, and by the way, every other actor in the movie is some horror, film
Icon.
legend or icon or character actor from back in the day. Not because they have the talent or ability to be in that, just because hey, I want to have this name. Like fucking Richard Lynch is in it for a little bit if I remember correctly. I think he's the cemetery caretaker. It's like hey, you had Richard Lynch for 5 seconds. Good on you. Oh no, wait, that was Sid Hicks. Sorry. It's hard to keep my film icons in order.
Well, hey, Wishmaster 1 had all the film icons in it too, though. Keep in mind. If you don't remember,
that was Wishmaster 1.
Wishmaster 1, it was epic. Dude, it was epic as fuck, though. But it had them all in it, too.
That was Andrew Divoff doing his best voice.
Dude, it was amazing.
That man he needs to be a Butter spokesman.
Right?
Andrew Divoff for Butter, yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter. Like, I could see that working. I could totally see that working.
Hey, God, I'm at the Killer Shack if you want to
not die?
To life.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm about to die, so hang on a second. Yep, that didn't work.
Then you have this gruesome ending where Laurie, shoots Michael in the head and blood goes everywhere and it cuts to black. Unless you do the director's cut, if I remember correctly, then I think doesn't Loomis get killed in the director's cut?
I couldn't tell you.
She shoots him in the head. Yeah, it's just. I'm just tired of Rob Zombie's shtick, which is, hey, let's make everything grimy and gross, and everybody says cunt and fuck every other word. There's no real redeemable characters. This world sucks. Everybody dies. The end.
Right.
And it's just sitting there going like, just remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that's what you've been trying to do.
Well,
that's what you've been trying to do for a long time now.
He got denied the original remake in 2003 or whatever, and then he made House of Thousand Corpses.
No, he denied it himself because he was working on House of Thousand Corpses. That's what
I heard different. I heard they said, nope, you're not going to direct shit because you have no fucking idea what you're doing. And he said, anger! I'm going to go make my own movie, fuck you guys! And he made House of Thousand Corpses in response. That's what I heard happened. But this is back pre anybody had any idea what was really going on kind of thing with the internet, so who knows? There's different articles written and different stuff about it. Who really knows what honestly happened, but...
Another thing. Why did he make Daniel Harris get naked? It was like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, hey, she wanted to be in that movie. Mm-hmm. She wanted to be in it because, she was in 4 and 5 and she kept trying to get into the series, but they wouldn't let her. Then they finally get her in, and now she's just going to be naked on the couch, and then that's pretty much her role. And it's like, wow, that's just sucks. It's like just gratuitous for no goddamn reason.
See, I never really thought about it from that perspective before. I liked his remakes only because I never really been a big fan of Michael Myers. Never have been.
I thought Michael Myers was best as the boogeyman. He was just this guy that was going to stalk you, but in this version, he's just this, I don't know, roided out jackass.
The fact that
with mommy issues.
That's almost why I liked him, was because excuse me. I mean, in the first one, he was crazy. In the first couple, he was a kid that went crazy. He was crazy. Leatherface, but he wasn't a crazy clown. Leatherface, right? Leatherface was a big dumb retard, because he was, and Jason was too. Well,
mentally handicapped. The views and expressions of the D team are not.
Well, I mean that. Okay, again, I say it in a clinical sense. I don't say it in a demeaning term or a sense of any way whatsoever. Yes, views and things that people say in this podcast is going to be reflective of personal ding-dongs, whatever. I'll put a disclaimer up, guys. You guys aren't responsible for my words. That's the point. So, but he was not the brightest of people, and so was Jason, but he didn't make it past. Well, he did make it past childhood, yeah, because he was a big people. He was a grown-up people. So yeah, you're right.
He's full grown.
He's full grown people. He's a full grown potato head. Shit. But
well, I mean, and then look, okay, because I'll say that I've said this before, that Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is a fun movie, not a good one, because it's so batshit crazy.
Right.
But At that point, Michael Myers becomes basically hobo Rob Zombie in that movie. Oh, sorry,
So Rob
rapist
Zombie?
hobo Rob Zombie.
So
Yeah.
Rob Zombie, minus the rapey part. Rob Zombie looks homeless anyway, dude.
Because not only is he got that massive beard and he's just like doing the Lord of the Rings, where he's just going around because his Kabuki dead mom tells him to.
Right.
That's what she looks like, by the way. She looks like a Kabuki performer, but she's dead. She has a horse. So I call her Kabuki dead mom. Yeah, Gandalf the White. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Sherry Moon White.
Sherry Moon White. Yeah. So she, so we have rapist hobo Rob Zombie going around with the Lord of the Ring music as he's just walking through the fields. And everything still sucks. Everybody, actually, I'll take it back. There's a redeeming character in that movie because you have Brad Dourif doing his best.
Right.
He didn't get much to do in the first movie because he was one of those, hey, you know what? Let's have another great character actor in a thankless role.
Right.
And then the sequel, he's like, you know what? Let's actually make him a character. And it's like, hey, cool. Okay, let's do this. And then at the end, everybody's cussing and everybody's shooting each other and everybody dies bloody and just sad.
I can kind of see.
Like, hey, there we go.
Rob Zombie movies are a little gratuitous in the cussing and things like that. And I know what he's doing. He's trying to be edgy and he's trying to prove his point of, I'm Rob Zombie.
I don't want to spend $15 on a fucking edgelord's diary.
Right, but he's doing that. He's doing that whole he's got to prove himself as being Rob Zombie. I'm Rob Zombie. Fuck yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I got a base to prove too.
Exactly.
I got a base to clear too.
And I can understand that, I can definitely understand that because if he came out with fucking the Care Bears movie, people would be like, dude, what?
Okay, no. First off, if that's what he did, if he said, let's just take a project that would be so left field and make it a Rob Zombie film,
it'd probably work better for him.
I would be down.
Yeah.
I would be down. Like a Care Bear movie, absolutely.
That's what I was saying. It'd probably actually end up being better because people would be like, dude, what? And the curiosity would pique everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
we're gonna do Blue's Clues, but we're gonna do Rob Zombie's.
Rob Zombie presents the Blues Clues movie. Right? Blues Clues! You take your notebook and you write it all down! Yeah! You're like, Blues Clues! So, that'd be awesome. I could deal with that.
Oh, man.
But, and I love Blues Clues.
Yeah, so that's my pick for number 3.
Man, fight me. All right, man. Dude, because I liked it. Like I said,
give me a better option. Okay, now we're talking remakes. Now you may like it, but
I know.
Look at that one.
Okay, well, again,
are you willing to say that? Yeah.
I don't like the original either. Really, I don't like the. I mean, for what it was.
Blasphemy.
Fuck you guys, man. I'll speak blasphemy. I'm a blasphemous motherfucker. But here's the deal. For what it was, when it was, yes, it's a classic because it's a classic. I can't say otherwise. But I'm just not a fan of it.
I think it's the same one.
You think what's the same one?
I think it's the same Leatherface. Sorry, it's the same Leatherface. Because he has the same totem, and yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Fuck it.
But yeah, okay.
Give you a better.
Me or give me a better option.
Alright, either fight you or give you a better option. Let me see here, or something like that. You know what? No, fuck it. God damn, let me try to think of a good, shitty remake that was terrible. Worse than that. Again, that wasn't really that bad. Not to me, but something we could agree on that'd be a terrible remake. I'm looking at my movies, trying to fucking think. Because I may not have another one. He's got the Claudette face, by the way.
Should I do the Jeopardy? Is it Jeopardy? The dun 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 dun
dun dun. Yep. Dun dun dun. We can do that better than we can do the A-Team theme. I don't know how, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just make that our fucking, theme song for the show.
Very epic intro to a podcast.
Right?
Just gonna straight up IP steal.
Right? Don't worry about that. We'll give proper credit and hope they don't sue us, right?
Yeah.
Sue us for fucking what, right? Like we got anything they'd want. So, shit, man, come on, I've got to come up with something better than that. I got to defend that at least a little bit. I don't know why I have to defend it. I don't really have to, but I liked it. I liked it. I liked it better than I liked the other entries in the franchise. So, you know, I kind of have to defend it. I have to come to its rescue or something. But I can't think of any other remakes that are complete garbage. I just gave myself the nod. I healed myself and gave myself the thanks. Well, thanks me for healing me. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, it's ruined. That's what that... Okay, so maybe this is a different Leatherface. Sorry, back to video game mode for a second.
Yeah, sorry everybody. Anybody who's just joining the podcast, which this is not the podcast, this is the Twitch cast, so it's like
this
the broadcast.
Is the Twitch stream, yeah.
It's the Twitch stream, the broadcast, that's going to be a podcast, so it's very confusing, of the D-Team, which is a side part of the BROFESSIONALS, which is the gaming part of all of us that get together to play games. You know, it's a big confusing mess, but the point being is we,
just stop talking for a while.
I am. We're some horror enthusiasts. And myself, Crazy here, and Crazy Clown, and Chuck are getting together to inform you, the people, of horror movies. And today we're talking about remakes versus originals, and the trifectum of the worst remakes ever. So far we have The Fog. We have...
No, that's number 2.
I know,
Number 1 is Nightmare on Elm Street.
I know. I was counting them out of order. No particular order.
Out of order? Come on, man. Showmanship. You gotta start with number 1 and work your way down.
You know, math is hard, okay?
I know Oklahoma math's hard, okay?
Oklahoma math's hard. I'm all...
Yeah,
number
potato.
Number potato is Fog.
Number 2 is The Fog.
Is The Fog.
And number 3 is Halloween.
Yeah. I still have a chance
to...
I still have a chance to defend it. So you give me a minute, sir. I will come up with something, maybe. I'm still working on trying to remember if there's any other things that are terrible out there. Because Halloween, again, I didn't think Rob Zombies was that terrible. I still haven't seen the new Halloween yet, though, either.
It's good. It's
solid. Yeah, it's solid.
In and Rob Zombies, Halloween's on par for me. I love them both.
Man.
But this one's controversial. I know both of you probably like this movie.
Go for it.
But 2017's It.
Oh, okay. By comparison,
you prefer the TV over the movie?
I prefer the original one. Yes.
Well, not everybody.
I'll give you that, but there's one issue with it though. We can't really argue this right now until the second movie comes out, because you're arguing the first half of the movie versus the whole TV series.
I'm arguing the first half of the movie to the first half of the TV series.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The new one, right, is 10 billion times better than the fucking old one. Fuck you guys, fight me. Yeah.
Did you say the new one or the old one?
The new one's better than the old one. Here's why. All right. I'll go on a rant about this one. The old one, the only reason why people love it is nostalgia. That's it. Tim Curry did a great job. He did a great job. He was awesome. But by comparison, it's not. This new one did its fucking job 10 billion%. Like, it did a great job. The character's scary as fuck. The pacing is great. The original one took like 6 fucking hours or some shit. It's ridiculously long. Okay.
It's the Lord of the Rings of it.
It is. It's like the Lord of the Rings. I know. I own the damn thing. But like.
Okay, fun trivia about that. If you look at the original on like DVD or Blu-ray, if you look on the poster art, he's coming out of a VHS tape still. Because the original artwork was Pennywise ripping himself out of, and there's a VHS in the background. But they never changed the art.
That's funny.
So like, yeah, if you like go to look like, go to the PlayStation Store or Voodoo or whatever, most likely if you look up the old It, you'll see Pennywise coming out of a VHS cover, which is amazing.
Not you, dude. Not you. This fucking motherface.
That's okay.
That is funny. I'll have to check that out at some point just to see it. But
yeah.
As far as it goes, though, the new Pennywise the Clown is fucking scary. That dude, that whatever the fuck his name is with the googly eye, phenomenally good job. I like the way he actually used his real life googly eye to look scary and creepy.
Yep.
Right. His look is great. I was actually pretty concerned about it at first because I'm a big fan of the original as far as Tim Curry actually being a cool dude, and his character acting and his style is great. But the new dude, he makes it fucking scary. Uh-oh.
Oh, the clown just left. I think he had enough of our nonsense.
Nah, I think his system crashed or something probably. But
yeah,
the new one, he's scary. Like he's a scary looking motherfucker.
Yeah, no, he's a shark. He's a fucking shark, is what he is.
I can see that.
It's that type of killer that it's just this thing is a force of nature.
Yeah, and Tim's character was fruity and funny. And
well, the thing is, I mean, and it comes
clown.
down to it's different mediums because they had more money, and in the film it's supposed to be scarier. Now in the TV show they had less money, and also they needed to be able to have him interact more.
And show
with TV you have to talk more than show. So
the thing also about it though is this, like the new version, he really brings out this concept of this is a thing trying to imitate people. That's what I got off of it. Like it doesn't feel. Like the old one, it didn't really feel like an alien presence. You know, it didn't feel like an alien presence trying to imitate people. It just felt like a guy being like, hey kids, huh? This one, it seems like he's trying to communicate, but he's really bad at it because he's not a person. He doesn't understand. So when he's talking to that kid in the beginning, it's like a weird, what? No longer in party due to network error. Shit. But what I was saying is, the reason why I like the new It better is because it really shows him as an alien force, you know, trying to be human, trying to communicate, and it really felt like he was not human, you know?
Yeah.
Like, his interaction with that little kid, god damn it, really, asshole? You're fucked hard.
Well, I'm interested in how the second one's going to work, because Tim Curry's version of It worked a lot better for the adults. And I don't see how this version of It will work better for the adults. Right.
Well, see, that's the thing is, you're right. We will have to wait to see how the second half pans out. But the first half, if you take the first half of the first movie and and this one here, and you compare them, this one here I think it blew it out the water because the pacing was better. The first half of the other one, like, I understand they were heavy in character development, and back then that was a little bit more common. Nowadays, it's kind of like, instant gratification in films. You have to have the explosions and the titties and the craziness because people are used to that. I get it. But at the same time, you know, it's one of those things where, we're all fucked. It's one of those things where, you know, the pacing was really intense. They constantly had something on the screen that was enticing your vision. You know, even the kids beating each other up. Oh, this kid cut that fat kid. Oh, God, that sucks. And then all of a sudden he's like running from here, and then here's the kid scenes fighting each other, you know, and you're like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden they're like going through the tunnels, and it was like constant go, 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 intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the other one had a lot of slow moments.
It's hard to compare the because one's a TV movie and the other one is an actual R-rated film.
And you're right, that is true too. It's kind of unfair in that department. So,
like the original did what it could for medium and time. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I mean, the TV movie, the best part was the kids section. The adult section was bad and also just kind of weird. I mean, the book itself has got some weird shit in it.
Yeah, I heard like there's like
I'm not talking you know, spiders or turtles. I'm talking like, man, why are they having a gangbang?
Right, there's like a gangbang with a girl. Yeah, they had like a pedophile gangbang or something. I've never read the book.
This is pedo porn.
Right? Isn't that illegal? I mean, is that illegal? Like, I don't know. I don't know the sense of that.
I don't know because I mean, yeah, like Stephen King, like they go into detail in the book about like.
Right, here's my question. Here's my question.
Really weird.
In modern times, where everybody's under fire for pedophilia, especially like, you know, all these politicians, all these people in Hollywood, especially Hollywood, they're talking about like a bunch of shit like that, and like the Me Too, What? No longer in party due to network error. What the fuck is going on? Illuminati?
It's the Illuminati from the next generation, man.
Dude, it's because we're talking about this shit. See? And they're trying to shut me down.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna get sniped from some place. Damn it. I'm telling you. But, that is the thing, though, with all this talk in Hollywood right now about, like, you know, pedophilia or, you know, the hashtag Me Too movement with all the rape cases and things like that. You think things like a guy writing a book that has a whole fucking chapter based around gangbanging underage kids, that would be a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, people would probably be like, hey, Stephen King, why did you write a whole thing about these kids doing it?
And
like,
then he would go, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
right? But even that, like, nobody's really mentioned it, even though the movie came out and they were like, oh, they didn't include that scene, and they just kind of washed over it and, like, pushed it under the rug like it's no big deal. Wouldn't they need to talk about that? Like, dude, why'd you even write that? Why is that still in the book? Why is that a part of, you know, like, what? But nobody seems to care.
Right now, because it's outrage culture that has brought out a lot of this, which is good because this stuff needs to be brought out. At the same time, it's also outrage culture, so unless Stephen King says something bad about the Republicans, they're not going to come after him.
Right, I can see that.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
As long as he
I mean, the Me Too movement didn't really come from outrage culture. That came from its own thing, which is good. But it's, you know, I mean, that's what it's kind of like nowadays for controversies. You have to basically piss off somebody, and then they'll come at you with your history.
Right, exactly. So, well, okay, so we can't include the it. Crazy, good thought, you know, but we can't include that either because he is right. It is one of those kind of things where one was a TV made for movie made for TV, so it had certain restrictions, certain, you know, budget restraints, certain things dictated to it that the R-rated movie had a little more freedom to do. So even I can't.
I mean, I would bring up a third one, but I don't know if people have seen it or Pulse.
Pulse. Yeah.
It's they did an American remake of a Japanese film.
Yes, they did. I've got both of them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I really, really like the Japanese version. I think it's amazing. And
Well,
I really, really hate the American version.
Crazy, have you seen those? Have you seen both of them?
No, I have not.
I mean, that one's, it's not like, because Pulse is a great film, but it's not exactly one of those, like, you know,
Well known.
top 20 horror movies of all time. It's not something that people go
It's a
outraged about
50-50.
that it got remade.
Yeah, it's a 50-50. A lot, you
Even,
know.
even then, the original has its problems. I think it's too meandering. But
Yeah.
that was kind of its way. I mean, it's kind
Well,
of part of the atmosphere.
A lot of Japanese, a lot of foreign films are. They pace things
I mean,
differently. They pace things
it's
a lot
kinda-
differently than America's.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like an Ozu horror film because back in the Japanese cinema, like the two big titans were Ozu and Kurosawa. Kurosawa did all the samurai films and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's the reason why westerns became big. Really, yeah. I mean, well,
Spaghetti
not so much
western,
at Hollywood,
samurai
but
stuff.
yeah, it was spaghetti westerns. Yeah, he's very influential in America.
He's very
Forget about that.
influenza. He's very
Influenza, yeah.
he's the flu.
But
You have to get shots for him.
Ozu, he did a lot of like character studies in the moment, and Pulse is very much at school. Like kids are just going through some weird.
You're breaking up really bad.
Is.
There you go.
Oh,
Now you stopped.
sorry,
But
sorry.
it's okay. You
Hello
said
from the other side.
there you go. Dude, but here's the thing I've noticed about American films versus Japanese foreign films in general. America tends to, again, Americanize everything, so the pacing becomes different.
McDonald's. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
Marca.
sometimes it is good, but a lot of the times most people react negatively to it. Like Old Boy, you know, everybody's like, oh, I hate the American version. I didn't mind it. They both hold strong to me. They both are good in their own way. They're both pretty much the same damn thing. I had no problem with it.
Probably the American version is Charlotte Copley was in a different movie than everybody else.
Right. Well.
Because he was hamming it, like, seriously, he had a Thanksgiving ham in front of him, and he was just bowing down. And I'm like, and meanwhile, Josh Brolin's over here acting like it's, you know, Gone
Right.
with the Wind. Like, he's just giving it his all, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's some really some bipolarness in this film.
Right. Dude, yeah.
The original was perfect, I think, in the sense that everybody was on the same page.
Again, though, I mean, with us being America, we a lot of the times may not catch some of the nuances and the of their culture too. You know what I mean? Like, so they might be looking at their own film actors and saying, "Oh well, so and so was hamming it up, while so and so was doing fucking Gone with the Wind," and we may never catch that. We might think that they're just acting like motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Sometimes not. Sometimes there's some just bad acting, period, and you can see it across the board. Yeah. But I'm just saying, culturally speaking, there might be some weird something like that. You never know. But I don't know, Crazy. You watch a lot of foreign films?
Well, can't remember the name of it, man. But there was this Indonesian film I seen a little while ago, and it had this. All I remember from it was this big clown dude. And he was just, only part I can remember from it, honestly. He just screamed.
Yes.
And
you're talking
what
about.
I'm talking about?
Yes.
What's it called?
Fuck, hang on a second. I see it in my head. It looks amazing as fuck. I've yet to see it. Oh, come on. He transforms into the clown.
Yeah.
Almost like a superhero thing. Yeah.
You guys are speaking gibberish to me. I've never heard of this.
Oh my god, dude, you love it.
It was like a werewolf thing.
Yeah,
That's why I looked at where it is. It was awesome.
Well,
it was Indonesian?
Yeah, it's Indonesian. He was like a were-clown.
Yeah.
A were-clown?
Yeah. I don't remember if it was Indonesian.
That movie better be called a were-clown.
But, yeah, I know what he's talking about. Fuck, I cannot remember the name of it, though, at all. But I saw the trailer for it, and it looks epic as fuck. Like, it looks like...
It was pretty good.
Was it? It looked brutal. It looked like, it looked like a... I don't know, like a cross between, not really like a slasher movie, but like an action... a Japanese action film, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was definitely action-packed looking. Like, it looked like it was kicking some ass. So, I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, and a clown? I was like, okay. Like, I can check that out. But I forgot what it's called, too.
But yeah, Chuck, he was like a were-clown.
Were-clown, yeah.
And I'll have to go through my YouTube history and find it.
Dude, yeah, link me that shit, too, so I can remember what it was called.
So, are we gonna stick with Halloween for number 3? And
man, I cannot argue it as of this point. So, unfortunately, I have to concede to you, sir. You may have won the battle this evening.
I prefer the second one, so yes, I do agree too.
Awesome.
Damn
well,
it.
there we go. Hey, we got our list.
All right, I guess.
Podcast's over. Get the beers. We're good.
That's it. we have decided upon that. I guess we are complete with this evening with our first attempt at to podcast and seeing how that works. I think it went all right.
We'll be getting some beer. I promise you guys. I ain't ready for what Turkey Man's got in store for you.
I think it went all right. I went,
That's
it's okay.
one of Clown's monikers there.
Yeah, right. So, I guess to end the podcast correct, we should all say something like, thanks for joining us on the D Team. The D Team! And, we will... This is God signing off.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to say, what? You saw what I did there. I didn't say do nothing there. I was trying to... You guys got to say it, too. I guess, from all of us at the D Team...
This is God signing off here.
What? No,
You said to say that.
No, I meant I'm gonna say that. You say your name.
On.
God,
Play
Jesus
stupid
Christ.
music.
Dun 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 dun. What the fuck are we doing?